And that leads us to the internet's main event, what really should be the main event, based on the stories that WWE has been telling. This is your main event. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. Finally, Dean Ambrose gets his hands on Rollins. Overall, thoughts on this match? Nick.
It'll be an excellent match. There's no doubt about that, and it'll probably be match of the night. Um, Personally, I can't think of another match I'm looking forward to more, and yeah, I think this is where this arc of the story is going to end. I think Ambrose is going to give Rollins the beating he deserves, and I don't necessarily know if he'll move on, but maybe this will be where his bloodlust and need for revenge will finally be sated.
Yeah, this has so much potential to be the best match on the card. If it's not, I'm going to be so freaking bummed out. But that could be with how it's booked. It has so much potential. Do I see a screw job in the works? Could, maybe. I see positives on both sides of the coin here. I'm really hoping that Ambrose wins, but what do you do at that point? Do you have them fight again at the next pay-per-view to determine who gets like the case, or what? Because I mean, if Ambrose wins, there's nothing else. You need something for him to go on to with this, because this isn't going to be the end of it. As much as he's been screwed over, they still need to do more with this. If Rollins wins, then you just keep going on, where he's the snooty motherfucker who sold out, but he's got the briefcase. So, I mean, he's not cashing in anytime soon. Lesnar still has the title, and he's not around.
Yeah.
You know, bringing that up makes me wonder if Ambrose does win here, I think Rollins would want to go after Ambrose next. I think he would be the one taking the fight to Ambrose. Because this entire feud, while he has been putting off this confrontation, he has been wanting matches with Ambrose, and he has been trying to confront Ambrose. So I could very well see a Survivor Series match between these two.
Or make them both create a team. Do a Survivor Series match.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That'd be interesting for sure.
Who's going to pick up the Dudleys? Kidding.
Well, it would be interesting just based on the story that we've seen going on thus far, like at least with Seth Rollins. Like, who would be on Seth Rollins' team? He's already pissed off Kane. He's pissed off Orton. If Orton is your number one contender, you've got the potential for Orton versus Lesnar at Survivor Series. So, you know, outside of that, the Authority really hasn't made any other friends. So it would be interesting. I'm not against the Survivor Series as far as teams go, but definitely another match. I think would make sense. I'd be totally down for that.
Cool.
But as far as this match goes, it's weird. And again, I'm going in my memory banks, and I remember pretty much every Money in the Bank winner for the last 3 to 4 years. We've been really sour on not necessarily who won, but how they were booked. Outside of John Cena, of course, but how they were booked. Every Money in the Bank winner seems to go through this spell where they're losing every single match, or they're they're made to look bad. They're made to look really weak. Daniel Bryan, for instance, was one of those major ones that always looked awful. Wade Barrett might have been another one too. But
Ziggler, Sandow.
Yeah, Sandow. For sure, Sandow was made to look awful as your Money in the Bank winner. Seth Rollins, on the other hand, has looked awesome. Like this is the way we want the Money in the Bank winner booked, right? Like this is how you do it to make this guy look legit. Generally speaking, I think the Brock Lesnar part of it makes it kind of weird, just because if we can't see Cena being a legit contender, it's hard to look at Rollins as a legit contender. So because of that, yeah, I don't know, but remove Lesnar from the equation, and I think this is probably the best build and story continuation from winning Money in the Bank to now for someone. I think Rollins is definitely been booked very well, but at the same time, uh, Dean Ambrose has to win. I really want to see a Money in the Bank guy lose, but Dean Ambrose has to win this match. I feel like just the way they've built this, how they had to write off Ambrose early in the story, it seems like Ambrose has gotten the raw deal every single time. It's time to give the fans some vindication, something to cheer about, and we're all totally into this match. Internet and people live audience as well. So I think having Ambrose win is that good feeling, and there aren't many good feelings on this show. There aren't many opportunities for a good feeling moment, but this is it. So for me, it's I'm sorry. For me, it's Dean Ambrose wins. Joe, who are you going for again?
I completely forgot who I was going for now.
You didn't
You
write
guys have, yeah, I know, and that sucks. I'm gonna go with Ambrose.
Okay. All right, so we're all going to go for Dean Ambrose. Real quick before we move on, though, because the internet has to find something to complain about, it seems that some bloggers out there think that WWE is making Dean Ambrose feel too jokey, especially after his in-ring segment this week. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel that Ambrose is doing too many bit-style segments where it's too much humor for him?
No. I will admit that the hot dog cart bit with the spraying the mustard and everything, like, I don't know, turned my stomach a little bit. Thought it was too hokey. It's showing that the character thinks outside the box. Like when he was watching See No Evil 2. Was that it? Is that Kane's
Yeah.
movie?
Mhm.
Yeah, just blank. I swear to God, I'm not drunk or stoned or anything.
I am.
Good for you. But, where he's watching that, he's like, you see how vicious he is? We're going to have to be prepared, John Cena. And, like, it shows us that unstable, weird angle of the character, and I like it. I think on the whole, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, this tells me less that Dean Ambrose needs to serious up and more that some people need to get out from up their own ass.
Oh, snap!
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's the character. Yeah, he's a lunatic fringe, but he also really doesn't give a shit about the risks or the odds. He is the Joker. This is what he does. He does ridiculous, insane shit that you're just not expecting. And I wasn't expecting something straight out of the wackiest side of Japanese wrestling where he pile drives a dummy. But I think it was also pretty unorthodox, pretty neat that the WWE would allow something like that on their product.
Yeah, especially because it's banned. It's a banned move. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he going to
It's
get fined for that dummy?
yeah. It's fun. It's not too serious. It's in character. Just stop bitching, sit back and enjoy the show.
I'm with you. Yeah, again, it's the internet finding something to hate on. I don't get it either. I think it fits with what we knew from Dean Ambrose before the Shield. He was kind of, and even in the Shield, he was kind of wacky. Just the facial expressions he would make, and it's not necessarily funny. It's just I don't know. I mean, to me, it's fine. I think it's fine. Generally, everyone thinks it's fine. Deuce thinks it feels forced, but whatever. I mean, overall, I I think it fits what Dean Ambrose is as a character. We just, as a WWE audience, as an audience that hasn't really seen Dean outside of the Shield gimmick, we just have to learn who Dean Ambrose really is. And a lunatic fringe will do some funny stuff sometimes. Just deal with it.